Namaste. So, in the given question now, we are going to calculate the amount of tax provided during the year. If you look at the question, you have provision for taxation, opening balance to be 2,20,000 rupees and closing balance to be 1,90,000 rupees. You are also given information that tax paid during the year to be 2,30,000. We shall now open provision for tax account to know how much of tax is provided during the year. That is step number 1. Step number 2, we shall also know about how to treat these items in the cash flow statement. So these are all the small problems but may be tested as a 3-mark question or a 5-mark question. Of course, in the board examination, you have one comprehensive problem for 5 marks and one 2-mark question from cash flow statement. So let us see how are we going to deal with this. Now we are going to open provision for tax account. What is the purpose of preparing this account? To know how much of tax is provided during the year. So, by balance brought down. Please remember, any provision is a liability. Therefore, we start with by balance brought down 2,20,000 rupees. Then to bank, tax paid given to you in the question 2,30,000. To balance carried down, that is a closing balance, which is 1,90,000. So, we arrive at the balancing figure by statement of profit and loss, tax provided during the year, which is going to be 2 lakh rupees. This is the balancing figure. So what are we going to do with this? Tax provided is an extraordinary item, extraordinary expense, and tax paid will be outflow from operating activities. Fine. So in this problem we understood how to find out the missing figure, which is tax provided during the year. Now we shall go to the next problem wherein we will be getting the missing figure as tax paid. So now in this question we have the opening balance to be 1,50,000 rupees, closing balance to be 1,34,000 rupees, and tax provided during the year is given to you as 1,70,000. By balance brought down 1,50,000 by statement of profit and loss, tax provided, to be 1,70,000. Then to balance carried down, closing balance to be 1,34,000. So now we will get the balancing figure to be to bank, tax paid as your balancing figure. $3,20,000 is the total. So you will get 1,86,000 to be the tax paid during the year. So this 1,86,000 is tax paid. So what is the effect of it now? This will be treated as an extraordinary item, and this will be an outflow from operating activities. So this is also another small question that we have completed. So now we are going to go for one more small problem in investing activity. rupees. So now we are going to have preparation of ledger account, fixed asset account. Now in the given question, you have land which is increasing from 6 lakhs to 16 lakh rupees. Then you have long-term investments decreasing from 4 lakh to 2 lakh 50,000 rupees. Then plant and machinery is increasing from 2 lakh to 3 lakh rupees. And goodwill is also increasing from 15,000 rupees to 80,000 rupees. And you are given one additional information that machine costing 40,000 rupees, depreciation provided so far being 12,000 rupees, is sold for rupees 35,000 rupees. So we should be calculating profit or loss on sale of fixed asset. Then we will be opening fixed asset account to know what is the amount of purchase of fixed asset. So let us finish fixed asset account, then go for preparation of cash flow statement to know what is the cash flow from or cash used in investing activities. So working note number 1, calculation of loss or gain on sale of fixed asset. So you have cost value of the asset, to be 40,000 rupees less depreciation till date, to be 12,000. So your book value is going to be 28,000. Now sale value is 35,000. Therefore, there is a gain on sale is 7,000. Now let us open plant and machinery account to know the amount of purchase. So this will be working note number 2. So 2 balance brought down. Opening balance of asset is 2 lakh rupees by depreciation. Depreciation provided during the year is 60,000 rupees by bank. Sale is 35,000 rupees. To statement of profit and loss. Gain on sale is 7,000 rupees by balance carried down. Is 3 lakh rupees. The total of the credit side comes to 3,95,000. Now coming to the balancing figure, to bank purchase, which is your balancing figure. From 3,95,000, if you subtract 2,07,000, what will be your missing figure? 1,88,000 is your purchase. So 1,88,000 will be outflow from investing activities, 35,000 rupees will be inflow from investing activities, and 60,000 rupees will be a non-cash expense in operating activities. Now we are going to show the calculation of cash flow from investing activities. Cash flow from investing activities. Number 1, proceeds from sale of machinery. Proceeds from sale of machinery is 35,000. Number 2, purchase of machinery is 1,88,000. So, number 3, you have purchase of land 10 lakhs and purchase of intangible asset. What is an intangible asset? Which is goodwill. That means the additional price that you paid for acquiring some asset. So goodwill is increasing from 15,000 to 80,000, which is 65,000. So purchase of intangible asset goodwill 65,000. Then we have sale of investments. Sale of investments. Investment opening balance is 4 lakh and closing balance is 2,50,000. So there is a sale of 1,50,000. Now we also anticipate that interest would have been received on the investments. There are 2 possibilities. 1, we anticipate that the sale of investments takes place at the end of the year. With that anticipation, if we work out, then interest received on investments will be 40,000 rupees. Please remember, I assume that the sale of investments take place only at the end of the year. There is also a possibility that the sale of investments takes at the beginning of the year, which means that your interest will come down to 25,000 rupees. But now I am anticipating that the investments are sold at the end of the year, due to which the company would have received interest on investments of 40,000 rupees. We only take the probability. Now we are arriving at the final answer of net cash used in investing activities. Net cash used in investing activities will be the total of 10 lakh plus 1,88,000 plus 65,000 minus 1,50,000 plus 40,000 plus 35,000. 10,28,000 cash used from investing activities. So we prepared plant and machinery account. We found out the purchase of fixed asset to be 1,88,000. Then whatever is the information given in the question, we brought it here. So purchase of proceeds from sale of machinery, we got 35,000 rupees. Purchase of machinery was 1,88,000. Purchase of land was 10 lakh rupees. Purchase of intangible asset goodwill 80,000 rupees, 65,000 rupees. Then sale of investments was 1,50,000 and interest received on investments, anticipating that the sale of investments took place at the end of the year. We have calculated interest for the whole year at 10%. So the net result is cash used in investing activities 10,28,000. So now one more small problem. We shall now see how the following transactions are dealt in the cash flow statement. So we are trying to find out the cash flow from financing activities. Now, in the given question, equity share capital opening balance is 10 lakhs and closing balance is 12,50,000. So there is an increase to the extent of 2,50,000 rupees. You see the first adjustment which says during the year the company capitalized the reserves by issuing bonus shares of 4:1 ratio. So, bonus shares are issued in the ratio of 4:1. Basic balance of equity share capital is 10 lakhs. It is increasing by 2,50,000. So, the ratio between 10 lakh and 2,50,000 is 4:1, which leads to no flow in cash flow from financing activities. Due to the increase in equity share capital, there is no flow in there is no flow in cash flow from financing activities. That's the only thing that we should be very careful about in this question. Okay, so straight away we should go to calculation of cash flow from financing activities. Cash flow from financing activities. So your preference share capital is increasing from the base year to the current year from nil balance to 2 lakhs. Now see the additional information regarding preference share capital. There is no additional information for the increase in preference share capital. Therefore, we can straight away say that proceeds from 8% preference share capital. Proceeds from issue of 8% preference share capital, 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. Then you have redemption of debentures. Fine. The debenture value is opening balance 3 lakhs and closing balance is nil. That means the company is repaying 3 lakh worth of debentures. And you are given additional information that debentures were redeemed on 1st January 2018 at a premium of 5%. Two things that we need to infer from that. Number one, premium of 5% to be added to the outflow concerned. 2. Interest has to be calculated for a period between 1st April 2017 to 1st January 2018. For 9 months, interest has to be paid on the debentures. Please remember, interest on long-term borrowings is an implied information to be paid even if no information is given. You are also given there is a preference dividend paid rupees 8,000. So, now coming to next one, redemption of 10% debentures. ₹3 lakh, add premium on redemption, add premium on redemption of debentures. Debentures are redeemed at a premium of 5%. 5% of 3 lakhs, which is going to be 15,000 rupees. So, outflow will be 3 lakh 15,000. Then you have interest on 10% debentures. It is for 9 months, 3 lakh into 10 by 100 into 9 by 12. So you will have 22,500 rupees as payment of interest. Then you have payment of preference dividend. Payment of preference dividend given in the question 8,000 rupees. Now, investment in shares and dividend received on investments are part of investing activities. Our question is here to calculate cash flow from financing activities. Therefore, we are not including investment in shares and dividend received on investments. So, now we are calculating the net cash flow from or cash used in financing activities. Now, you have inflow of 2 lakh rupees, whereas outflow will be 315 plus 22,500, 337,500 plus 8,000, 345,500. So, cash used in financing activities 1,45,500. How did we get it? 2 lakh is the inflow, but outflow is 3,15,000 towards redemption of debentures, 22,500 is interest on debentures, and 8,000 rupees is preference dividend paid. So 315 plus 22, 337,500 plus 8,000, 345,500 minus 2 lakh gives you 1,45,500 as cash used in financing activities. So these type of problems can be tested as a 5-mark question also because it has implied information over here. Namaste.